Hi everyone, it's Laura T at Dream Deals 123 on eBay, and I'm the Silver Owl Thrifter on YouTube. I'm going to tell you what I sold last night and how much was profit. I sold $114, made $114 in sales. That includes the shipping. So it was probably like $80 for costs of things, and then 44 or something, or 34 for postage, if that makes sense. And let me tell you what I sold, and then at the end I want to tell you about a new core. You've heard of Cottagecore. You've heard of Prairiecore. This next one may surprise you. Stay till the end. Yeah. All right, where's the first thing I got here? Okay, this is the North Face. And this is, it says, the North Face Flight Series compression lined running shorts, small. They sold for $32, and I made $15 on those. Sold this. These are popular. These are puffer coats. And if they're travel puffer coats, those are popular. I have somebody inquiring about another one of mine. This is Eddie Bauer. Women's size medium plum eggplant goose quilted down puffer jacket coat. Sold for $30, and I made $13 on that. Sold this vintage pair of solid brass candlesticks, candle holders, 4.5 inches tall. Those sold for $23, and I made $11 on those. And this was my more interesting item. It's a brand I never heard of, Kufandy. I think I got it before Halloween, thinking, kind of costed me. Kufandy men's western cowboy vest, casual fringe, hippie costume, V-neck, zipper, because it's got a zipper front, which is a little different. $29 and made $11 on that. So I made a total of $114 gross and $50 net. So not quite my 50% margin. So far this year I've made $46,059 gross, $23,175 net. Now, the other day I was talking about how you definitely can make a living selling on eBay, and a person who I like to watch is Kat, the nurse flipper. Sometimes I call her Nat, the cursed flipper. Anyways, she's wonderful, and she broke down her yearly sales, and it's very interesting. Now this is also an example of somebody who does completely different business model than I do. She has employees. She goes out a lot. She buys stuff off of high bid auctions, which I have gone to auctions before, the in-person kind, but I haven't spent too much time doing that, and I don't know that I want to. And that brings me to another point. One thing she doesn't really, she sells mostly hard goods, and that gets all broken down too, whereas I sell mostly clothing. So there's lots of big differences, and doesn't mean one's right or wrong, but she's an example of somebody who's definitely making very good money on eBay, and she quit her nursing job to do it full time. So you can do it. I sure like not having to drive to work. I think I mentioned that the other day. Sorry if I repeat myself. All right, but I did want to talk about the core thing. I was reading my AOL. I use AOL for my email, and they have little blurbs come up, and I look at them once in a while. Usually nothing much catches my eye, but sometimes there's something interesting. This was one about a new trend, especially among parents with young children. It's called Cluttercore, and Cluttercore is basically that it is okay and even fashionable and trendy to keep all your collections out, like your your old memorabilia, that sort of things for the parents, and maybe they'll have a huge library of DVDs and VHSs, and they might have a lot of it says toys, collectibles, DVDs, and gear. Now, gear, I don't know what that means. Back in the day, gear that I've heard of is like a drug addict uses gear. I don't think that's what this lady is. Rachel Strickland, is that her name here that they interviewed here? Roxy Strickland, great name. After hearing about the Cottagecore on where else, social media, Strickland, a director of inventory for a motion picture and television prop house, felt a rush of relief. I felt both seen and accepted. She said, I didn't know someone had come up with a name for my way of keeping house. Now, what does this mean for the average reseller? You might be asking. Why are we talking about this on eBay? I don't know. It's just interesting. I like looking at trends. And this, let's think about it. If people are collecting more, they're going to be buying more collectibles, buying more DVDs and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, gear, I think means gear like Wii controllers and Xboxes and things like that. Comment below if I don't think Roxy Strickland is talking about other kinds of gear. Or maybe it's gear like, like sports gear. That's probably it, right? Duh. But I'm not done talking about this. So she says, yes, she feels seen and validated. Don't we all? I do. But I think, yes, people are going to be collecting more. But you might say, well, does this mean that they aren't going to be selling the stuff at yard sales or getting rid of it to the Goodwill so that we can pick up these collectibles? Because if everybody's going to keep their collectibles, because that's the new trend, and you know how we all love to follow trends, it's maybe it'll keep stuff away from us. So, but I think that there is also the other trend, which I think is stronger, is everyone going towards minimalism and downsizing. I know I am. We just went through all our bookshelves and got rid of so many books. It just, I'm going to list them. I'm going to look through, we're looking through, seeing if anything's valuable. Some of them are, $10 or $20. So we're going to list stuff and add the books to my whole going through everything, keeping, donating, selling, tossing. All right, so Cottagecore. Feels good to be seen and accepted, doesn't it?